Hi guys, and welcome back to another beginner's mini guide. Today we're going to talk about air superiority. Air superiority is one of the key elements to a successful push. You can check your air superiority from the strategic air map mode. At this point you can see that I assigned all of my planes to Western Poland, because that's where we are going to attack very soon. I'm going to start a war against Poland. And as you can see, Western Poland is now green, which means we have the air superiority in this region. If you click on it, you can get some additional details. You can see the amount of planes that we assign to the area, the amount of planes that they assign to the area, and this bar here shows the overall air superiority. Of course, the higher it is, the better it is for you. Here you can also see how many planes you lost and how many planes they lost. But why is the air superiority so important? Well, let's try to start our push and I will show you. Okay, now I started the offensive with my tanks. Now, as you can see, if we check our offensive, the enemy divisions are suffering a penalty on their overall defense stats, and they have a minus 24% here because of the enemy air superiority, so our air superiority. That's not going to be the same everywhere. Here, for example, they only have a 22% malus. And here they only have a 14% malus. That is because air superiority is affected, as many other things, by the type of terrain in which the fight is happening. So air superiority is very important to reduce the enemy defense stats. But that's not all it does. So what other bonuses do we get with enough air superiority? Well, with air superiority we not only get a malus to their defense, we also get a bonus to our attack. As you can see here, we have a plus 27.4% air support bonus. And they have a minus 26.8% air superiority malus. These two combined together are huge. Now, the air superiority is achieved by having planes, any type of planes, up in the sky. So no matter the type of plane, the more planes you have in the sky, the higher your air superiority will be. That being said, having more fighters will give you higher air superiority because you will shut down the enemy planes, you will destroy them, and therefore over time your air superiority will increase. On the other hand, close air support planes and tactical bombers will support your units directly, so this buff that we can see here, that plus 27.4% air support buff, is given not by the fighters, but by the close air support planes, or better, all of the planes on a close air support mission. Okay, so this is why having the air superiority is extremely important, and having airplanes on a close air support mission can be even more valuable to get you some additional bonuses. Now, the air support bonus is not just a bonus to your soft attack, it's also a bonus to your hard attack and to your breakthrough, so all of your offensive stats will benefit from close air support. The math behind these numbers is not entirely clear, but the overall point is you want as many planes as possible up in the sky, you want them to be the best possible designs. If you're curious about my designs, you can check them in the dedicated guide up here. I recently made an updated version, so make sure not to miss it. But overall, you want to have as many planes as possible assigned to the correct region, so the regions you're pushing. Now, you can assign your planes manually to whichever region you want them to be assigned. If you don't want to micromanage your planes too much, what can you do? Well, you can just select all of them, or the ones you want to be part of your offensive, and you can attach them to whichever army you want. And let's say that we are going to attach them all to our tanks army, because this is the army we are using to push. And in this way, the game will automatically micromanage the plane and assign them to the correct region. Now the AI is moving them around, sending some of them up there, and slowly sending them to cover the front where we're pushing. This is also showing what the main issue with doing this is. It's slow. It's much faster to take all of your planes and manually assign them to the region you're pushing. On the other hand, the main advantage of doing this is you don't have to worry about them, you don't have to micromanage them, splitting them into separate airports, making sure that you don't have too many planes in the same airport is annoying, especially when you're pushing several regions at once, so you need to keep changing them. And I mean, rather than forgetting them somewhere where you do not need them, it's better to assign them to your army and let the AI micromanage them. Of course, like many other things in this game, if you want to get the most out of them, the best way is to do it manually, so selecting them manually and assigning them to the regions you need them to protect or to push. Okay guys, that's all for today's mini guide. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please do not forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, that will help a lot. If you have any comments, suggestions or questions, feel free to leave a comment under the video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.